Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waist at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Coming back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Darnold. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 45 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Carr to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Down. 280. 24.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He finds Roberts, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They go play action here on first down. Finds Roberts left side. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get down, get down. 180. 734. Low, low, low. It's a hook.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. To throw on third down. Carr. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 31 on third down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
From the 50, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got Curse. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Watch it now, Barney!
1st down, it's Darnold. Being chased out left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So out now come the Jets. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Watch it now, Barney!
3rd and 2, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and last drive 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. To throw his car. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Roberts. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Gone!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold steps away. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points. And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And now here come the Raiders. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Get down, get down. 188. 618.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's right. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Carr gonna throw, and unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
734. Get down, 185.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Henry. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Derrick Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
A first down throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
Now it's Darnold. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Take Carradine in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And Myers able to knock it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Carr, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
24. Express. 29.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Goes underneath for Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Completes it right side to Cooper. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A give to Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
New York set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay?
Right, now,
if you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams...
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Now a handoff to Henry. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's right. They can't tackle it. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Richard on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And we will play on here in overtime. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all know his name? Ayo, Mac, ladies and gentlemen,